Hey everybody, it is a Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? What is today? Today is Tuesday. I can't even keep track of my days. It is the Thanksgiving holiday week, and so I don't know my days of the week when the kids are home from school. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, say a quick hello for the night. I know it's been a few days before I made you a live video, and so I wanted to get on here and say a quick hello and share with you something that I've been just practicing lately, and I just wanted, with the spirit of Thanksgiving and just with everything that's going on in the world, and how how this can help you possibly in your life. And so just a little tip, hope it helps you in some way. And so, hey Norma, how you doing? And so one of the things that I've been practicing lately, especially during this Thanksgiving time, is this principle of gratitude. And when I talk about that, I'm talking specifically about basically I guess what is it that you can do in your life on a daily basis what kind of trigger can help you to remember to be grateful? Because we can talk about it all day long. I'm so thankful for you, Norma. You're so wonderful. And we can think about like, okay, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that, and we can say our prayers and be thankful. But I'm talking specifically about what kind of things can we do on a daily basis that we can practice. And so I wanted to share this simple technique with you that you can use, and you can, modify it according to you and your life and how you can use it. And that is, maybe this is something that you can do at the end of the night. This is what I do because I use the 5-minute journal. And so it kind of helps me. And, maybe you have a different method or whatever, but this is the method that I was going to share with you. And that is, I want you to think about, like here we are coming at the end of the day. Here it is in Houston. It's already 10:42 p.m. I can't believe it. Is it really? We went out to dinner with some friends, so it still seems early to me. But I want you to think about your day, and I want you to visualize, what you just went throughout this whole day. And I want you to think about the things that you are grateful for. And one of the things that really helps me is, I know at the end of the day, I'm going to go to my closet or on my desk here in my office, and I have my grateful journal, and it basically says, what are 3 amazing things that happened today? And so what it does, it helps program your mind, and it helps to basically force you to think about the things that you are grateful for. And there's something magical about what happens when you are grateful, when you're grateful in your heart, when you are just in that grateful mode. And so I want you to think about a trigger, some kind of trigger in your life that can make you remember to be grateful, and to review your day, to remember, what can I think of? What kind of things happened today to make today such an amazing day? And here's the thing. A lot of people say, I had such a bad day today, right? And we do. All of us have our bad days. And when we do this exercise, it turns every single day into an amazing day. And we're always, it just helps to program our mind to be grateful for some good in the day that happened. And so as we do this little exercise, like I say, some people I was reading online about somebody that was doing this, and they were talking about how they've done this habit for 3 years, right? And so what happens is they sit down at dinner, and he was talking about a story of his whole family, and this reminds me of my family because, having all my 8 kids and having everybody on different schedules, and this person has sports or this person has that. And so what happens is we try and make dinner a time for our family to be together. There's not very many times that we can be together. And so we strive to have dinner together. And it's not always perfect. Maybe there really is a commitment at a specific time, but we try to. And so what this person did was, the trigger for him was, every time they sat down to dinner, then they would think of a positive thought that they were grateful for. And he was talking about how everybody was rushed that night and they went to go pick up some food at this restaurant, their favorite Indian restaurant. And then when they got home, they opened up their bag and they found that one of the meals was not included. And so suddenly the room went from, excited and everything to eat to frustrated. And it changed the whole mood of the room, right? And so what he did was he said, hey, remember our little habit and remember our little practice that we talk about, that whenever we sit down to dinner, we talk about and we review throughout the day something that we're very grateful for. And it can be as simple as, you know what? I know we had one meal missing, but we have 3 or 4 meals still with us. While there are other people in the world who don't even have any food at all. One of my sons is serving a church mission in Uruguay right now. And he is telling me how people are actually living in the dumpsters. And, and it's just changed his whole perspective about when we complain about our AC going out, or we complain about, our home being this way or not perfect and we're not driving this kind of car. That's right, Norma. I love simple things. And I think as we review, our day, and we take that practice and review our day, surely there is at least one thing that you can be grateful for. Even just waking up for the day, is something to be grateful for. There's being able to wake up and have, the sunset tonight, and just being able to have my family here, this beautiful home that we have to live in. We start thinking and programming our mind to think about the things that we're grateful for. And so suddenly, he said, during that meal, what became a frustrated and emotional kind of meal that was starting to happen, the whole mood of the family changed in the blink of an eye, where everybody started thinking about, what am I grateful for? And I thought, wow, how magical is that, for us to think about the things that we are grateful for. And what happens is, as we do this, what suddenly was a bad day suddenly has turned around into be an amazing, great day. And it just makes every day become a good day, even though it may have been a terrible, hard, emotional day for us, which many of us have those days. I have those days myself and have them often, it seems lately, more so than normal. So think of a trigger for you, whether it's dinner, whether it's when you go to sleep at night like I do and have my journal, and I know that I'm going to be writing in my 5-minute journal the 3 amazing things that happened today. What is something that you can do that that would trigger you to be grateful? Here we are, Thanksgiving is happening in a few days. Naturally, we start thinking about gratitude, or we should anyway. But how about we don't just make it about whenever it's Thanksgiving and the holiday time that we are showing our gratitude? How about making it a daily habit? And this guy, when I was reading this article, he called it habit stacking. And I thought that was an interesting term that I've never really heard before. And basically, when we make that a habit, right? And he's been doing this for like 3 years. What an amazing habit. So when we create a habit of doing something, and then it becomes like second to nature, like he doesn't even think about it anymore. He thinks, I'm at dinner time. It's time to think of what I am grateful for. So as we as individuals start thinking about these amazing habits that we develop of gratitude, then we can begin another habit and another habit. I'm going to leave you with this before I have to let you go soon. And that is, I was reading a quote the other day by somebody that basically said, as we live our life every single day, and yes, we all have our problems, we all have things that stress us out, we all have our burdens and our daily, everyday frustrations that happen on an everyday basis. But as we overcome little by little every single day, then we become a person who is overcoming these frustrations, right? And these trials. And then what happens is we live that a little bit today, and then tomorrow we do the same, and then we add on extra things to help us to just become a better person. And so what happens is we just become better every single day, little by little. It's not something that's just a grandiose thing where we're just going to become this perfected being. You know, we just do things little by little every single day, and we show our gratitude every single day. And so I encourage you today, as you know, I'm thinking of this thought that I know it's late, but I thought, you know, this is on my mind. And when I have things on my mind and on my heart that I feel can help you, then I want to share it. And so I want you to think about what trigger that could be for you. Like I say, for that man, it was dinner time. Maybe that's not the right time for you to be thinking of that. Maybe it's so hectic. Maybe in your life you have little kids. Like I've raised 8 babies, and I know how it is to have a dinner time with 8 kids. And it's hard. That's a very hard time for me to be thinking about being grateful. And so for me, my trigger is, you know, when I lay my head down to sleep, I know, oh yeah, I have my 5-minute journal by my bedside. And I say, oh yeah, I need to pick up that journal and I need to write down the 3 amazing things that happened today. And then suddenly you're going to bed with those grateful thoughts. I was talking to a good friend the other night about this. You go to bed with those grateful thoughts, and then you wake up and you fell asleep with it like that. You wake up with it like that. And so it just helps the vibration of you. Those of you who learn about chakras and all this energy medicine stuff, I've been really learning about that lately. So it's just a way for you to live your life on, you know, like being able to basically take your life and not take it as such an overwhelming project. And because when we do that, then we feel defeated. We feel like we can't do it, right? And we feel like, how can I be grateful whenever I have all of these different things that are happening in my life, you know? And a lot of times we do. I think a lot of us are going through so many different burdensome things right now. I don't know why. I was just talking to a friend about that the other day. And some reason there's something in the air like that where we're basically going through things that are hard. And so, you know, when we start saying, be grateful, you know, it's like, be grateful that this is so hard. But soon as we, like I say, as we incorporate this idea that we're talking about of stacking habits of gratitude in our life, then it can help us so much on a daily basis. It has helped me. You know, I know that a lot of times I get on here and then I have those of you private message me and tell me, you know, everything seems to be so perfect when you talk about it on your videos. And I love to also share with you that it's not always easy. And there's things that I go through on a daily basis, just like you. And we all have our hardships, and we all are in this thing called life on an everyday basis to where we're trying to figure it out. How do we be happy? How can I be grateful at times like this? You know, when life is so hard. And so this is the time, and it's the test and the trial for you to incorporate this season of gratitude during this Thanksgiving time. And so I thought that was an amazing story that I read, and then I thought about it in my own life and how it can apply. And so I thought this would help you in some way as well, because we have so many things to be grateful for. If you're in the United States living today, you have so many blessings. You know, when I get my letters from my son in Uruguay and listen to some of the stories that he has, he's like, Mom, I am so much more grateful, you know, when I'm out here, you know, living in these living conditions and watching these people over here, you know, and just trying to figure out when their next meal is. And here we are complaining about somebody forgot to put that one meal in our you know, to go, our carry out bag. So I'm just trying to help you, because it's helped me today to refocus, to restructure our thinking, and to put gratitude more in our hearts and our lives, and figure out your trigger on what you can do on a daily basis so that you can incorporate this habit. I think that as we do this, as a group, as individuals, as ourselves, we can become just happier on a daily basis, because somehow when you do this, even through a bad day, and we all have them, some more than others, some more times than others throughout the day, that we have these different things that we're going through. All of us are going through it. Then as we incorporate this habit of gratitude, we find good in every single day. And so that is what I wanted to share with you and instill with you, and hope that has helped you as much as it's helped me today as I'm reviewing this concept of gratitude, because gratitude is like easier said than done, right? But as we become more thankful, we become more grateful, we become stronger, because we know that tomorrow is another day, and tomorrow is another day to be grateful for all of the things that we're going through, because the things that we're going through right now are making us stronger. And so whatever trial you're going through right now, no matter how hard it is, and it is so hard and so difficult, to where I know at times we feel like we cannot get through it. And it's times like this where, when you have your gratitude and know that God is watching over you, and to be grateful for that, I think that it just helps so much. And so, as you can tell, it's just such a passionate, emotional subject for me today, because there's just so many things that are happening in my life, so many things that are happening in your life, I'm sure. And this kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that can pull us through. And so I know you can look at your day today and you can find some good that you can be grateful for, right? Start from the time that you woke up until right now, or whenever you're going to sleep. And I bet you for sure that there was one good thing. And if there was only one good thing that you were grateful for today, then it was a good day. And if it was a good day, then that's another thing that you should be so grateful for. So there you go. I just had this thought on my mind. I thought it could help you. Like I say, if those of you who are not subscribed to these live feeds, I think it's up here somewhere or down below. There's a notification thing, and you can turn it on so that whenever we come live on here, you can be notified to join our feed. We're also in the process. I'm waiting on some final drafts of my icon, and my podcast is going to be released soon. It's called Joy Reveals. My icon is somewhere on my wall. I can put it in my comments as well. I would hope that you guys would join me. And these are the kind of the things that we're going to be discussing, all the way from mind and health hacks, business and travel tips, Amazon, and how to become the best version of yourself. Because these are the things that I've learned all along the way. I'm not perfect at it. I'm learning right along with you. Let's see, Yvette, be grateful for what we have and stop complaining on the things we don't. Absolutely. It's so true. We have so much to be grateful for. And if we just take a step back, we'll realize that the things that we're complaining about were things that we shouldn't be complaining about at all. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you, Norma. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I'm just reviewing my day, and it's been an amazing day. I just had dinner with my husband with some friends, and I'm just very, very grateful. And I hope that this has helped you guys in some way. You guys have an amazing rest of your evening. Those who are in California, where it's still early, it's, I know, 11 o'clock in Central Time here in Texas. And so you guys take care. I will talk to you guys soon.